How do I sum everything up? Luck should be acknowledged. I'm one of the luckiest people on the planet, having overcome huge medical challenges before being able to achieve wealth and construct a business empire that is global and still expanding. The value in my life is always fundamentally measured in having a family who mean everything to me. Hard work and an insatiable, never-quenched thirst to succeed, grow, and create opportunities for my family and others are so important to me. I experienced a certain degree of happy idleness as a footloose and carefree student in my first months in the US, but at North Carolina State University and Amadeus, and so many other times and places later, I learned that nothing prospers without putting in the work. Our logo shows two hands, cradling and nurturing. I can recall a meeting with a company founder who sat at the head of the table with his portrait hanging on the wall behind him. That is not my style, and I don't think it is the Egyptian culture. I like to think I project authority in a more understated way. I aim to lead by example, and I like to think that the loyalty of so many people who have worked for me is a measure that this approach has been effective. You must be open and honest, which can lead to making tough choices or saying things that people do not want to hear. Perseverance is also key. It's not because we were lucky and struck oil that we were able and so fortunate and have more than I have dreamed of as a young man. It's been a hard slog. It's been never giving up, always being honest with your values, caring for people, fighting for what is right, having a vision, knowing what really matters in life. Every day in the morning, I wake up looking forward to going to work because I love what I do. I love creating, building things, and am inspired by being ahead of the curve, by being one of the first Egyptian families to expand globally and later establish a family office here in the UK. Backing women entrepreneurs through the LEAD Foundation was a groundbreaking event in Egypt. Building a major league soccer organization in San Diego, California was also revolutionary. I was never a kid who crammed or studied very hard, but I changed as I saw the bigger picture. A seismic moment was when my father passed away. That devastating experience transformed me. Yes, I was surrounded by my mother and my siblings, and they were an enormous comfort and support for me during that time. But I knew then that there was no one to fall back on. My father had been my rock, and it was now up to me. My ambition hardened, and I knew I needed to focus on making what we did successful. Within a few years, I started my own family, and my son soon became my priority. The next generation stirred me to want to make our family business even more successful. The way the business operates reflects on our name, and the way we conduct ourselves reflects on the company. The link is inextricable. When I reach the summit, I will look for the next mountain. Walking again or defeating cancer as a young man did not make me think I was invincible. They made me realize what was at stake and the very fragility of my existence. However, overcoming those hardships gave me a sense of purpose, and I do not want to squander any opportunity. Life has not been easy for me. It has been a road of many challenges, obstacles that I've had to find different ways to overcome, which shaped my character and my personality. Like everyone, you adjust your time and your experience, your priorities mature, and then you begin to realize what is important. Writing this book has been a tonic, rich and joyous, while sometimes painful and cathartic. How to humbly sum up the meaning of a life. I recently came across, through a friend of mine, one of the shortest poems ever written. It amused me. it is an elegant 7-word poem written by Samuel Monash, a New Yorker who also fell in love with Britain and was first published in the UK. The poem simply says, "A pot poured out fulfills its spout." It must be one of the shortest poems ever written, but it shines like a tiny diamond looking up from the silt. It is a simpler call for everything in life, to be purposeful and have a meaning. It takes the simplest image of something that a great majority of us use every day, and it unearths a beauty, a perfection, and aspiration of what we should do in life. Even the smallest things in our lifetime can mirror the greatest ambitions and achievements. I think of it as a farewell sign of what we must all do, to do all we can, to give all we can, to work as hard as we can, and to have the opportunities at every turn and use them. They are often God-given, but man-made.